This little guy might look like a part of the male anatomy with teeth, but trust me, there's a lot more going on beneath the surface. Literally. You know it's gonna be a good one. Let's get started. So, first things first, what exactly is a naked mole rat? Despite its name, this critter isn't actually a rat, and it isn't a mole either. It's more like a distant cousin that decided to break all the family rules. They are more closely related to porcupines, chinchillas, and guinea pigs than they are to moles or rats. The naked mole rat hails from the underground tunnels of East Africa, specifically in places like Ethiopia, Kenya, and Somalia. They're small, about the size of a hot dog, around 3 to 4 inches long, and weigh just about 1 to 2 ounces. But despite being small, these little guys are tough as nails. I mean, sure, they don't look like your typical tough guy, but these mole rats are built for survival. They've evolved to live in some of the harshest environments on Earth. They live underground, in complete darkness, in hot, low-oxygen tunnels. That's like trying to live inside a sauna with a paper bag over your head. And yet, they thrive. How? Well, that's where things get really interesting. All right, let's break down the superpowers of the naked mole rat. First up, their incredible resistance to pain. Naked mole rats are like the Wolverine of the animal kingdom. They're practically immune to certain types of pain. Most animals, including us humans, feel pain when exposed to acid or spicy substances, but not naked mole rats. Thanks to some crazy adaptations in their nervous system, they just shrug it off. Imagine chomping on a ghost pepper and not even breaking a sweat. Superpower number 2, low oxygen survival. These mole rats live in environments with very little oxygen, where most animals would pass out within minutes. But not these guys. Naked mole rats have a unique way of dealing with this. They can switch from using oxygen to using fructose, a type of sugar, to fuel their bodies, kind of like how plants do during photosynthesis. This makes them one of the only mammals that can survive for extended periods without oxygen. And then, we've got their insane longevity. Naked mole rats can live up to 30 years. For a rodent, that's like living to be 200 in human years. Scientists are still trying to figure out how they do it. But one thing's for sure. These little dudes are masters at resisting the effects of aging. No one has ever found cancer in naked mole rats. They appear to be resistant to the disease. They don't seem to suffer from age-related diseases, and their cells don't degenerate like ours do. If we could bottle up their secret, we'd be on to the next big anti-aging craze. Who needs Botox when you've got naked mole rat DNA? But the superpowers don't stop there. Let's talk about how these mole rats run their underground empire. Naked mole rats are eusocial animals, one of the only mammals to have this kind of social structure. That means they live in highly organized colonies with a queen, just like bees or ants. In each colony, which can have up to 300 members, there's one queen who does all the breeding, and she's one tough ruler. The other females don't get to mate. They're all busy being workers, soldiers, or tunnel diggers. The queen even releases hormones to keep everyone else in line. It's like the ultimate animal kingdom reality show, the Real Housewives of the mole rat colony. But it's not all drama. This social structure is what allows them to survive in such tough environments. The workers are constantly digging, expanding the tunnel system in search of food, while the soldiers stand guard against predators like snakes. And if the queen dies, get ready for an all-out mole rat brawl, because the females will fight it out until a new queen emerges. Talk about survival of the fittest. Now, let's get into how these strange little creatures are challenging what we know about science. Naked mole rats have become a hot topic in the scientific community because of their unique biology. Their resistance to cancer, for example, has scientists hoping they can unlock new ways to prevent or treat cancer in humans. These mole rats produce a substance called hyaluronan, which is thought to be a key factor in preventing their cells from becoming cancerous. And remember their incredible ability to survive low-oxygen environments. Scientists are studying them to see if we can learn how to protect human brains during heart attacks or strokes, where oxygen supply is cut off. These mole rats might just be holding the key to medical breakthroughs that could save millions of lives. Now, it's time for some fun facts and quirky behaviors of our naked mole rat friends. Did you know that naked mole rats are actually quite chatty? They have a wide range of vocalizations to communicate with each other, from chirps and squeaks to grunts and wheezes. Each colony even has its own unique dialect, kind of like how humans have different accents. And here's a funny one. They're surprisingly picky eaters. These mole rats primarily eat underground roots and tubers, but they're very careful not to eat an entire plant. Instead, they nibble just enough so that the plant can regrow, ensuring their food supply lasts. Talk about sustainable living. Lastly, those tiny whiskers around their face and body are super sensitive. Naked mole rats use these whiskers to feel their way around in the pitch-dark tunnels, kind of like how we use our fingers to read Braille. It's their version of seeing in the dark. Also, those massive front teeth, they're not just for show. Naked mole rats use their teeth like shovels to dig through dirt. In fact, they are able to move those huge teeth independently. Naked mole rats might not win any beauty contests, but they've got some of the most mind-blowing superpowers in the animal kingdom. From their pain resistance and ability to survive without oxygen, to their complex social structure and insane longevity, these creatures are true underdog heroes, literally living under the earth and defying nature's odds at every turn. I hope you've enjoyed this look into the weird and wonderful world of the naked mole rat. If you're as amazed as I am by these phallic superheroes, then don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, and subscribe to join the Creature Carnage family. We've got plenty more bizarre and beastly episodes coming your way.